Welcome to my channel, Junior Spirit. Channeled messages today. This is going on for a week and a half. I'm a person that doesn't judge someone on their way of being. Yeah, I'm looking for politically correct words. Because I'm aware that I come out of hermit mode and have been for a long period, and therefore have to put energies back into words, and yeah, whatever is convenient, it is what is coming out, which can insult the sensitive people. So just a side note. So what I was picking up on a webcam girl. The energy has been floating around. As in somebody is dealing with one and she wasn't honest about her profession, as in you had an inkling or a suspicion that she was. Want that confirmation. And there was a side energy, I don't know if that is older, where one had dealt with one which was honest about her profession. And that raised suspicions. As a confirmation to me, where I know I had to talk about it was because I had synchronicities on platform X, where in the spam folder, yeah, and that went a little bit further, as in pissing people off. Also confirmation on someone on a platform like that, commenting on somebody's post, therefore insulting or making the person mad, bruise their ego, to then have a stalker, so, or something of that sort. So you insulted someone on a platform, on a post of them, which proves their ego, their way of being. You insulted them somehow, to them looking you up and be on your platform. For some, that person found to actually like you, and for others they were out for revenge. Is too big of a term to put in this situation, if you ask me. Yeah, so that were energies that intertwined for me in a confirmation. I have seen in a dream an apartment or a studio, and I would like collective's perspective on it. As in, the first steps were non-worrying, where it escalated in, yeah. So in my dream, I was in one apartment, and there was a lot of energy of changing faces, appearances. Like a taller guy. So, yeah. On my passport, on my ID card, I have the European size of being 1 meter 75. Yeah. And he was a head taller than me. With, yeah, this shade of hair, but then in a curl. Had a casual, chic kind of t-shirt on. That is his dress. He generally wears stuff like that. Could be a little v-neck, a smaller or more slim facial features. He was kind of forward. As in, he would have a conversation with his friend in how to deal with certain energies. But yeah, he is a YOLO kind of energy, and therefore was like, had a little bit of a darker complexion. I would say, guess, Indian type. A little bit of a fuller posture. Claiming to be an electrician or a mechanic. But that also, the energy has a life of itself. Where others, in what I'm picking up, have a similar profession. So, colleagues then. But in that dream, it looked first as in options. Yeah, wanna be options and that can be of a situation where people talk to one another, show pictures or whatever, and be like, oh, I know what I would do, and then fantasize in their own way of being in that moment, and then be like bros among one another. But in that dream, and this is the energy that was a little bit concerning, had that longer dude in that dream shifted in a older dude, where we get a egg-shaped head, gray hair, and only here. Yeah, sleek gray hair, blue eyes. As soon as that energy was seen as such, and was like, you have no business, being here and or doing what you are doing. It's not age appropriate. he walked off. The setting, the whole space shifted, and he walked off. And be like, I know, I see your strength, and I can try to mind. Want to swear? Yeah? To make you question your abilities a bit. So he walked off, as in, yeah, you can do this as in a attack to protect yourself or as a warning. I will play along. I'm going like that, yeah? So it was a bit of a manipulative, weird kind of energy. So I like the readers and intuitives in my collective to sit with that energy a bit, see what that is about. Because there's also a mixture of a group gathering where some know it is it would resonate with the term cult setting. It doesn't carry that label, or at least in that setting, it doesn't carry that label because some individuals don't know how the others label themselves, see themselves. And that guy might be somehow lineage-wise tied to those kind of energies. Where the guys might think they are playing around, fooling around, not actively hurting someone. And that guy behind the scenes is doing his own thing, really overstepping his boundaries. We got dynamics of previous hurts, as in money worries. How are you going to do or going about something? And with that, there's a tumultuous energies, at least from my angle, yeah, where I pick up on several layers, and when people are themselves but have a lot of energies around them, yeah, that's for me intertwines. So I have an example. Feminines getting readings of, or buy readings of guys to be that dominant feminine, as in mine. Yeah, I'm going, that's more a nice way of connecting, being seen, and maybe and my funny self is like, gigolos might be more direct, success guaranteed, and maybe even cheaper than the tactic of that. But that's my practical going through dark night side that is alchemizing it like that. For every problem there is a solution. It is also for the guys that feminines can be as weird as dudes can be. So therefore, understanding all sides. Yeah, so feminine buying readings off of guys to find love. To me, I need to filter through that. Those are that's, for example, to take the load off that example, with the confirmation I had on the platform X in my spam box, where you get the dirty I'm like, don't you see my profile that I'm feminine? I don't need feminine, if anything, at least, if you see all the commercials, my inner teen be like, let it be dude. So I'm very aware of processes that go around in a human being throughout certain ages, where those feminines being your spam box and you report and block them because they are just that and they are a nuisance and they are like spam and you know that they are fake, you be like, and then they be like, you think you can delete me from this platform? I'm making a new account and here I am again. Like that childish energy where I'm like, they then, it looks like they are then getting their friends and be like, she is boycotting, and are thinking they are going to war. Where throughout life I have dealt with people out of several environments, observe them just for moments like this, where I can learn from the best. Where if they would go in attack mode, previous self would be like, bring it on. Now I'm like, we can solve that problem for us all, if you need money as well, for an example, and you get chicks like that in your, I'm like, instead of blocking and reporting, I'm going to mirror. I did that with door-to-door salesmen as well, where they want to sell you something. I was like putting up posters in front of my window. If you want to, I have to stop what I'm doing to listen to you. So consider that administration costs, travel costs to the door, this, that, and the other, and you are going to be billed so much for this, and this is your receipt. Before you push the bell, be aware that you are going to pay by pushing the bell. You are agreeing to this agreement. When I had those up, I had no door-to-door salesmen whatsoever. Because I am that crazy. The whole streak That was so freaking funny. The whole street had those door salesmen still coming to the door. And we were zen in our backyard, like enjoying our life. And then everybody else started to put similar signs up, where at first they were pointing the finger like, oh, you are antisocial and you don't do that, and the neighborhood, yeah, for show, for the facade, for the let it be decent. Everybody else started to put the posters up with those freaking webcam issue on in a spam folder. I'm like, I can start affiliated marketing. Yeah, I don't. My bump in the road is to not harass anyone or be a pain in someone's butt. Because I don't want to be a hypocrite. So those lines are in between as certain things I won't do, period. Where those webcam, if they are in my spam filter, would offer me the solution. So I thank Spirit in advance. Yeah, I can shove my product down their throat. They can make a video out of that. I don't care. I'll be doing something alchemized in that way. So if the people are harassing you or think they are, yeah, make it to your convenience, where you turn it around and be like, okay, I didn't want to bug anybody, but you are, yeah, law of attraction, and therefore here is my freaking product. Yeah. Some elements in myself are like, isn't that petty as well? Isn't that this, that? And yeah, sometimes you have to enjoy life. Sometimes you have to see the humor in certain situations. Yeah, and then I wanted to talk about some certain downloads I had as in lessons learned. Because in all those situations just mentioned, we also have energies of people developing. So, and then I had an example, because it's a more generalized term, as in the twin flame kind of dynamic, as how it's been sold. So the fairy tale kind of setting. Yeah, let's say that is to get you over the fear of changing your own energy. As in, if I would connect with someone, then I'm going to lose myself. Where that twin flame romantic kind of, where in your mind you are off and you are getting married and etc. But still battling. This is a new, so you work through the twin flame and can go, oh, yeah, as mentioned, you are on a new level. So have that stagnation kind of moment, look back, as in, okay, if that was the fear of losing self, where there was not always a physical kind of proof or whatever, then you know that you are already you notice that you were changed, quote unquote, previous patterns. you feel like with the twin flame dynamic you were merging with someone else, losing yourself, quote unquote, yet again. You can look at it as in it's true and it's not. As in, based on your old patterns, you became something or someone you didn't see you becoming, therefore was shocking, therefore traumatizing on a minor level. To come to the conclusion that you are never self as in 3D self is a lie. Yeah? So knowing that, so seeing yourself apart from the avatar, there are lessons in that as well. Yeah, Spirit is saying, so a triple lie, a triple truth in the channel. What entangles the situations as well as previous mentioned, one at a time, Spirit. Thank you so much. Is past life, here and now, future. Past life, you were doing something, startled you. I was like, I need to change, I need to do something else or be more aware of what I'm doing, versus then here and now applying awareness to it. And this is for other levels as well, because this gets overlooked. Where the differences are so, it appears so different, that it becomes kind of shocking, where there is a choice in, do you want to live again and trust the processes as you see the processes and understand why, where, and where you also are battling. I don't like that. Wrestling, playful. Thank you. Theories like manifestation, where you want to have a clear mind and a clear manifestation for the time being, so it will ripple out to the position where you want to go, versus where you see where others are coming from, where you know in the theories the others are coming from a loving point, can help, but it isn't in the here and now for your most high benefit. Previous thought process, letting it flow by. Yeah, so the manifestation, as in you are focused on manifestation, and everything else in between, because they are a mirror of you. Every other person can be a mirror of you. You gave them too much power previously, not as in personal, but as in um, characters like. Where you know that certain energies need to play out before you can actually have that clean manifestation. Yeah, and this, my tip for people, because I'm picking that up, that is the distraction. Therefore, yeah, when I'm dealing with people, for me it's easier when they comment, when they talk to me, then it flows. Yeah, then I don't have to think about it. It is just is. I know that I'm a mirror. I know I'm, in that sense, that oracle. Um, so everything I can say, I say or do, is that a hint, and that is not a divine intervention, because it is aligned with the godlike energy or the source energy, as in if it's meant for you and you are ready for it, you will see it. Therefore, certain words will, or explanations will arise later on in a journey. So if you are, if you had to have to take a couple of steps back in development, which is part of the humbling process, it might not resonate now. Then I'm talking to someone that is past that process, or yeah, that is for me the planetary shifts, the orbits. Yeah, so for me it is a natural occurrence, and I know through experience that if it doesn't click now, if it is meant for you, later on you will hear somebody else say something similar. You might, if you are a sensitive, intuitive, clairaudient, you might hear it in my voice, and you'd be like, huh, I heard that before. Something to that extent. And there is an energy of groups knowing your development, wanting you to speak out in detail, basically. Yeah, to don't. That's my advice. I'm not speaking on certain developments I made just because they are them. Yeah, they're still the karma in their akash where they haven't cleared it, and they might be wanting to, but their karma is on key components, key lessons which you overcame, uh, which is not beneficial for any party. It is working your trauma through your trauma. also wanting to manifest, where the newer manifestations, if you still got some angles to resolve, to see first, to be like, okay, I did that, that is, yeah. You have so many cycles that you get used to being in a cycle. And therefore, are in a moment where you are needing to feel the awareness, to acknowledge the awareness, to let go of. But then you still have that wavering. Yeah? The veil of, do I keep what I worked on? Do I place somebody else in? Yeah. Be careful when it comes to people. I have a solution. How I tested that out, yeah, has to do with, let's say I'm in need of a new table, or I'm in need of a new couch. And I look at my budget and be like, And even though sometimes despite of a budget, I'd be like, I just really would like a, or need a, and I would like it to be similar to that model, yeah, and then let it go. Spirit will urge you to move forward. That on a higher level, eventually you see that you have always done it. That's that past, present, future kind of witness in a linear, yeah, where you be like shocked and be like, yeah, but if I did it, didn't I screw up the automated system? By no, it will get better. You can overcome those. And my son is sneezing. Those lessons. It's just to get the sense of the energy, the awareness of all is in divine order as it should be. It is just to help you build trust for some. Trust in self. And Spirit likes to elaborate further, go more in depth, but as I can pick up people already having their moments. It's peaceful now, it's good now. So that was also for my practice. As you can also fear with the awareness, with the, oh frick, I've been picking up on this, that, and yeah, then you can be like, oh, who else did I pick up on? What is theirs? What is mine? Also with that twin flame dynamic, it is less in those energies. I think it's to Spirit is bringing me back to the twin flame dynamic and the merging of energies. This will be you with soul, yeah, looking at the avatar where you've seen the building blocks of self, of the patterning, of the copy and pasting. So this would be the lie, this is true self. But in order to have seen that self, that manifestation, you have to go through lies which become certain truths, to work at it, to create a new truth. So this would be new. Yeah? Where soul has a purpose in life, a life path. Where this would be, in any case, a mirrored version of yourself. So you can't lose yourself when you are facing yourself. The wackadoodle kind of spirit, talking about +18 material. Anyway, yeah, so mirrored version. So you want a good mirrored version of self. Where the entanglement would be, or getting lost would be, decompromise you in your abstinent healing journey, where you are solo, where you want to entangle or merge feminine with masculine energy, you needed to compromise as well. Come to terms, yeah? And I used the twin flame in this example, as in that was the most popular terms for the feminine energy. But I don't believe that the masculine, where they might have had their emotions, as in, what the frick is this? Didn't grasp it as an actual thing. We didn't really went through the emotions on a similar level we as feminines went through it. And in between I'm thinking, does it make sense? That's my controlling side. Some are working on the theory of self-manifestation, manifestation, animas, and or elementals, if that is a manifestation of self. And there are some ways of people who would like to be on top of that, to create more and or guide there for the narratives. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep it here. I hope this helped, and I will see you in the next. Namaste.